What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Past the Barb. It is Monday, June 24th. I'm Ryan Pinkalla, and you are literally listening to the number one outdoor podcast in the world, I'm happy to say. So, joining me tonight, boys, Cody Hahner, Sam Sobi, and potentially Wild Bill Stolsky coming to us from Montana. But he's currently not here yet. So just me and the boys right now. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. If you're listening to this right now, please rate and subscribe Past the Barb on any social media platform or podcast platform you're listening to this on. Post these on all podcast platforms and on YouTube, so feel free to find us there. Like all of our social media stuff. We got a lot happening in the near future, so stick with it. But let's check in with the boys here and see what's going on. Cody Hahner, what is up, bud?
Not much. How are you fellas doing?
So good tonight, man. So good. Wow.
Someone's distracting me. But
of course.
Things are fantastic. Things are fantastic. We're throwing a couple wiggly diggly tails. We've been
Cody, would that be big rubber? Is that big rubber in your hand?
Oh my.
Are you fondling?
Oh.
Large.
He's got musky on the mind.
Okay.
All right, flip the camera around.
We have been current events.
Let's be real here
for you listeners. Don't go look at the video. Current events. Things have been going pretty well. Doing a fair amount of fishing, which I can't complain with. Musky fishing, a decent amount, I guess. Little spurts here and there. So we don't necessarily get into a groove musky fishing, but we're dabbling. And actually been piss pounding some walleyes recently, which has been pretty solid.
Ooh, yes, harvesting. Yes, yep. Catching the knife.
Where, and how are you catching them?
Oh, slip bobbers.
Slip bobbers is so fun.
Yes.
Slip bobbering fishing is so fun, actually.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing that brings you back to a child,
dude,
than watching a bobber just like nudge and then you lose your mind. You can't even get the bail closed fast enough. I mean, you start reeling on it and the bail won't close. No, so we've been doing a bunch of that, catching a bunch of walleyes, filling the freezer. Yeah. Distraction.
You cheeking them out?
If I would have kept some 25 inchers like I was told to keep them, we would have cheeked them.
Okay.
But I will say, Ryan, the last little fry that we had, I was pretty proud of myself. We got a lot of thumbs up on that one. A double layer, the double dip they call it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
crowd pleasing.
The extra crispy chicken strip.
Thunder breading.
The panko on top. Get everything glazed. You could run that over with a knife or whatever they do on social media. Oh, fantastic.
The ASMR just.
Yes. Yeah.
I
even got this is a really good chicken strip.
Come on.
That's when you know. That's when you know.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Walleye so good it tastes like chicken.
Connor's dealing just straight KFC walleyes.
That's about all I got though. I got one recipe. So it's like wearing, two outfits with your girlfriend. You got to keep buying more. So we got to keep looking up, more recipes to keep impressing.
But hey,
or you just got to keep
it.
Yeah, or just hang out with different people all the time. You got to dunk when you can dunk,
Yep. Yep. I got a couple walleye recipes. All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Walleye banging.
Money.
Seen any big fish recently?
Nothing too crazy. A lot of the spots that I've been graphing for is just like, fun fishing, not really going for big ones, but more action, like 15 to 20 inchers. And it's a blast. I mean, you get into a school, like there's a couple lakes up north that are going pretty good. And you get into a school like here like this last weekend, we had a handful of doubles and pretty solid stretch of like 2 hours of fishing. I don't know, we caught probably 25 walleyes or something like that, just
Hell yeah.
banging around.
Dang.
So yeah, I can't complain.
Seen any muskies?
There have been some rooting around,
Some sightings.
some sightings. Me, on the other hand, have determined I might be pushing into a slump, which hasn't happened in quite some time. I'm not gonna, wish that upon myself, but I think a couple more outings away from a slump.
That's okay. Slumps are okay. Slumps are meant to be broken. That's what a fisherman wants. If a fisherman is in a slump, that's a scary place for a fish to be because they're meant to be broke.
Right.
Plus,
Right.
the type of fish that's a slump buster, dude. That's the one. That's fantastic. The one you want.
Yep. Be like a 27 or something. Yeah.
Feel sorry for the next one that eats a bucktail.
I shouldn't say we necessarily are in a slump. Someone caught her first muskie, about 28 incher. That was pretty solid.
Nice.
Come on.
Pretty solid. Yep. Lost one, probably about a 38 incher. And then that was about it for the muskie fishing scene this weekend. But got some walleye banging in, so I can't complain.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice.
What have you guys been up to?
Sobi, where you been at? I know you've been fishing.
Been fishing hard, a lot of bassing, but kind of like Cody too. I've like usually come the first or second week in June, like I won't walleye fish anymore. It's already tough enough in the South Metro as it is, but like usually our pond weed gets so bad, and it's just kind of like the walleye fishing is done down here. It's not even a thing. But with all this high water and the flooding and everything, like there's been a resurgence of walleyes on a lot of my lakes, and like just with all the flooding, all these different creek mouths that are pouring in now, and they're just different runoffs. Like I'm going up to them at night and just throwing little swimmers and stuff in the boat, and I'm like, and I feel like I'm like a little walleye hammer at night. I get the headlamp on. So I've been knifing pretty steady for my area. I've definitely killed the most walleyes around here recently because nobody catches walleyes this time of year around here. But I'm still killing, so I can't complain about that either. And Steph's been getting out bassing too and crushing walleyes. So yeah, I can't complain here. Fishing's been good. The high water is incredibly weird, but it's good. The lakes are kind of filled back up.
Yeah.
I think the dude, it just won't stop freaking raining. Like I'm just kind of burnt out on the whole thing. Like, I don't mind fishing in the rain, which I did this weekend, but I was just like, it could stop. Like I would be.
It rains every day, dude. Like every other day.
Yeah, like it's supposed to even pound us again tonight, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like I've took a spin on the muskies this weekend. I actually went on one of the like tiger muskie lakes over here, and like you said, Sam, the weeds are just insane right now. Like most of the spots you can't even fish unless you just want to like basically sit offshore and scope. You can do that, I guess, right now, because that's for like all the panfish are just sitting out there in 20 feet of water. And I know if you drove around enough, you'd be like, there's one, and you could, throw a piece of rubber at it or something and probably get them. But I don't know. I didn't mess around. I was just like,
kind of over it.
I just wanted to set up, like, you go as soon as I dumped into, I was like, damn it, I should have went somewhere else. Like as soon as I got out there and looked around for 5 minutes, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I think as far as muskie goes, and certain lakes that the weeds are bad, it could be really weird. But like I'm excited for bassing the rest of the summer because I feel like these fish are gonna really get acclimated and realize like all these trees that had zero water on them the past 3 years, and anything by the shore now that now has like 2 to 4 feet of water on it, they're like, it's gonna be a lot of like OG straight up bassing. I think this summer.
Especially those algae bloom type lakes. That'll be be badass. Yeah. That'd be super fun.
It should get really fun, I think. Like there's gonna be a shallow game that's gonna like be way better than it's been for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that, did a little of that. And I went, it was like the full moon in June, so I was like, I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pretty much just got shit on, and then it poured rain, and I was sitting in my boat eating tacos in the rain, just going, yep.
What kind of tacos?
Dude? All right.
Don't you throw that little juicy detail in there and not elaborate.
There's a place by my house that has the best shrimp tacos maybe in the world. I don't know.
Really?
Like, just being honest, like eating a lot of shrimp tacos in a lot of places that should have pretty banging shrimp tacos. This place, like, even their other food is just kind of meh. These shrimp tacos are ridiculous, dude.
Is this a restaurant? Is it a food truck?
It's okay. It is a.
Is it a hybrid?
It's a restaurant. Well, they make food. It's like, I guess technically a restaurant. It's in a gas station.
Oh,
and like shitty gas station, like a gross, like probably just pay at the pump type gas station. And but they're inside. They have this taco place, right? And like in the gas station, they just have like like a card table with some chairs there. Like that's the restaurant kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty funny. But the food balls hard, and I don't know how they cook these shrimp tacos per se. They're so goddamn good, and I get them all the time, and like tried to replicate it, come very close, but they got some sauce, dude, that I just don't know what it is, man.
Yeah, and that hard. Are they deep fried, or is it the shrimp deep fried, or
it's like a beer battered shrimp.
Okay.
On I'll say half fried corn tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a hard shell. It's like still soft, but it's like partially fried.
Yeah.
And so then it's got this like beer battered kind of like tempura style shrimp on it with like this like really finely shredded cabbage, dude. And this dude, I like they're so good. It's hard to even. You gotta have it. You just have to try.
Is it? What's the sauce? Is it kind of bang bang sauce? Is it like,
dude? No,
hot?
It's it's got some spice to it. Yeah, it's like it's like a chili garlic type.
Ooh.
Like not salsa. I don't want to call it that, but like I guess like a taco sauce. I don't know. It's very thin. Oh, dude, it just rips. I don't know. I get them all the time, and I take them when I go fishing. And I'm just like, I got them the other day. I took them out in the boat, and I was just like, you know what? It's pouring ass rain, but I'm about to enjoy this right here. And I did. And the muskies were being lame, and I still crushed these tacos and felt good about myself. So, anyway, but yeah, this place. This is like probably the most sleeper place that I've ever been to that had like food like that.
It definitely sounds like a sleeper. Like it sounds like a dang close spot.
Dude, I've been keeping it on the down low. So yeah, but it's a good spot for sure. But yeah, gas station tacos, brother. But yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a bunch of cooking, man. Like I just did that salmon trip. I've been smoking up a bunch of salmon. I actually have some ripping right now on the smoker.
Yum.
Little maple brown sugar salmon action happening.
How long are you smoking it?
It'll be like just under 2 hours on the smoke, but it was in the maple brown sugar brine for 48 hours.
Oh, it's infused.
Oh god, they're dense. You take them out and they're like hefty. Like they sucked it up. So no, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. So, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward now that we're gonna have some like ripping hot weather. I kind of love like doing like way more tacos and stuff like outside, like summer night kind of thing, and just like burning meat, So probably be doing a lot more of that. Got the boat. I don't know if I talked about it on here yet. Got the boat finally set up to the boat now has its own smoker.
I saw that.
Talk to us about the
that's
rig.
Going to be an evolving situation for a while now. But yeah, totally good.
Is it secure, or are you gonna like take it out on a voyage one day and it's just gonna fall into the?
No, this is built to like be able to run with it on and everything.
I like it.
It is very custom setup, but it's pretty sweet. It's really really cool. So yeah, I got the it's like a Traeger Ranger, basically mounted off the back corner of the boat with like a custom like bracket setup, and it's yeah, we're gonna put it through its paces. Let's say that.
That's so
So-
sick.
So yeah, and so I'm pretty confident that if you just like, if you're out on the lake and somebody's just like rolling smoke, probably I'm out there. I haven't
gotta
seen
be
it
just
set up
you.
quite like this one before. So, but no, there's going to be a few more things being added to the boat over the next couple weeks here that should even pimp it out even more for that specifically. So, looking forward to it. But yeah, the build out plan is significant. I'll say that. So.
What
I
are you
don't-
going to smoke first on the boat?
I kind of wanted to do like a dedicated trip just for this to like
Makes
like
sense.
do like a catch and like on the boat like catch and cook type scenario.
Yeah.
So TBD
Bleed.
on that.
Bleed knife into the smoker.
Yeah.
Just like right out of the net, maybe.
Yeah.
Like
Flopping.
just right in.
Lather.
I can see it, dude. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna start posting some stuff about it now that it's like, because it was just kind of like not super sophisticated idea initially, but it's gone through
Imagine.
some evolution and it's there now. So yeah, it's actually pretty sick.
That's gangster. That's
Yeah.
big time gangster.
So yeah, so that'll be cool. I don't have any like crazy big anything trips like coming up, but I want to go back and do another Great Lakes trip. So I think that'll probably be happening sometime soon.
Another salmon trip.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to go back when there's like some more like king salmon around and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, I think there were some when we were there. We just like we didn't catch any of them, and like the numbers of them get better and better throughout the summer, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to go back and take another run at it and whatever, because that was the first trip I had my boat out there. So yeah, go back when there's just a little more fish around. They're kind of spread out more, like when there's actually a thermocline out there, and you can kind of like target a specific depth
Zone.
zone. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can like put your downriggers like right in the juice. So
Yep.
yeah, but maybe in July. I don't know. I'd like maybe yeah, we'll see. Whatever. I'll figure something out. I just like going over there because you get to kill everything.
And I feel like there's
They're big.
And the number that you can keep.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty
who's,
solid.
who's thinking of this?
how many can you keep?
It's
Isn't it
five per person per day. But like if you're catching like kings, dude, like if you're getting like 15 to 20 some mid 20 pound fish, you're just like, yep, stack them.
Come
Yeah.
on, 50
you-
pounds
you-
of meat?
Yeah.
Oh, at
Yeah,
least,
At
dude.
least.
At least.
Oh.
You have
Yeah,
6 months worth of food.
Yeah, and if you
Yeah.
go with like, you got two or three guys in the boat and you're actually getting limits, like yeah, you're keeping like 10 to 15 of just like big fish every time. Well,
I
you don't
mean,
have to, but
yeah.
like you do.
Like a guy on the show alone won doing that. Just catching salmon. He caught like 2 of them. He's like, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. Yeah, but it is fun. But it's like yeah, like nobody other than like the lake trip, nobody's releasing any fish over there, really.
No, it's
I mean,
always cool.
Maybe if you get like a little shaker coho or something, and they're like, oh, but like this year, dude, the cohos are big. Like all the ones we got were like 5 to 8 pounds.
Wow.
Like not these little like what normally you get like
Yeah,
14 inchers. Like
little
these things are
rainbows.
mag dogs, dude.
Dang.
Like even you get it in the net and you're like, is that a little? Oh no, it's wow. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Try to figure out some more knifeable trips. I do want to get some walleyes soon, and Sam was telling me that there was walleyes to be had, and I was like, God.
Oh, but
But-
you got a lot of meat still. You got to you
I
come
know,
bring
but I
me
like-
one slab,
I gotta-
slab of salmon, and then I'll trade you some walleyes for it, or a nice
I'll
outing.
give you some salmon, dude. I still got a bunch in the freezer. But yeah, I gotta get. I got some little sneak holes by me too. I gotta check for some walleye action, some little shore spots that could be going right now. So I gotta check that. But yeah, I don't know. You got any trips coming? I know you're doing some more tournaments and stuff coming up, but other than the Tuesday nighters,
which we got one tomorrow night.
Actually, let's talk about that, dude, because we're like a little into the season now. We ain't barely fished.
It's so weird. Yeah.
They keep canceling.
Everything's been canceled just because like
weather or what?
Yeah, it's storms. Dude. It like storms every other day. And like every Tuesday, it's just been like a torrential downfall with like wicked bad thunderstorms and lightning like every Tuesday. So it's just like, it's crazy to think that the 4th of July is coming up like not that far out. And we've really only had one derby so far.
Seriously.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, they canceled 2 of the first 3. And then, but the crazy thing is, it's like when the storms hit, it like lines up exactly to be like on the, like at the exact time.
Yeah.
And like place of the tournaments, which is like crazy to me that's like happening. But
tomorrow looks nice. Tomorrow's
supposed to be nice, yes.
And it's gonna be OG bassing, dude. It could be like frog and flipping,
really
like sick.
Yes. And this is gonna be a fun one because the whole lake is no wake right now.
Yeah.
So like even the takeoff is gonna be like so lame. Like it's gonna be everyone idling the whole time.
Are you guys lakes out in Wisconsin? Are they idle only, or you guys didn't get hit that bad with rain?
Oh no, they're wide open still.
Really?
Yeah. We're not that.
Well, that's not like all of ours are. There's just like areas that are like that.
Like my whole county that I'm in right now, it's all.
Oh, we're not. Yeah, I haven't found that or heard of that. But
Hahner, I'm out. I actually ran into Sam yesterday out there when I was like just practicing for it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first day I'd been on this lake all year, and I would say like 60 to 70% of all the docks on the lake are completely underwater by like
a foot or two. Yeah, every dock on every lake in my area is 100% flooded.
Like any non-floating dock underwater.
It's that bad.
A crazy like stat.
High, dude.
So like I've got June rainfalls, and this is just around me. And I remember like being a child, and my dad would be like, "Wow, we got 1.5 inches or 2 inches," and then maybe that would happen like again sometime throughout the summer. In my town, Faribault, in June so far, and this is I think even before the most recent one, we had 14.29 inches. My town right next to me was Sika, 14, Southern Mankato, 13, Owatonna, 11. But the town I'm in, Faribault, 14 inches of rain, dude. We have a rain gauge in our backyard, and Steph will empty it like every day and be like, oh, 3, 2.5, 4.5 in like 6 hours. When do you see your rain gauge at 4.5 inches? Like, it's, we're going to beat a dead horse on this tonight, but it's been freaking raining.
It is. And like, dude, the river. So I drive over the river every day, right? Going to work or whatever. From one, like, because now it's like the river's so out of its banks. Like, there's all the like backwater lakes and everything too. So it's like the whole river valley is just like water, like
all the way across.
Yeah, which is normally like all these other little creeks and like stuff like that. It's just like water. What's up? It's insane. Yeah, it's insane. Fish are going to be in some crazy ass places when this goes down.
Yeah, John Cox will move here.
Yeah, he'll have a solid like year of just sleuthing. Oh my god, dude! I can't believe that like it's not like that in Wisconsin though. Like, how are we just getting so pissed on?
Well, I mean, we've gotten a ton of rain. It's just I guess I haven't noticed it as much. I know the river has been consistently high all year long. And I know at work, like, regardless if it's forecasted or not, it seemed for 2 weeks, every single day at work, 12:30 to 1 o'clock, it was raining. Like, downpour.
Really?
And then it would stop. Like, 20 minutes, downpour, and then stop. So I don't know if it was a residual of what you guys are getting or what, but yeah, it's been raining here too.
Did I mention I was sick of it raining?
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Keep it coming. Keep it coming. The garden.
I mean,
is
we
lush.
need like the water's great, but it's like at a certain, it's like, hey, we're good, brother.
We're good.
Yeah.
Turn it off. So I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's gonna make some interesting like fishing opportunities though.
Yeah.
For like that we haven't had in a really long time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get to another segment here. This one we've been trying to do a little bit more often. We're going to another round of the single shot. I'll explain what this is.
Yeah, explain to the folks what a single shot is. This right here, this segment potentially put us over the echelon of becoming the #1 outdoors podcast in the world. And before we jump into this, we want to say again, rate, subscribe, follow the shenanigans along on our Instagram and our social medias alike. We would just like to say thank you again and explain to them the single shot.
Yeah, so we came up with this segment not because we really needed it. It was just like, I mean, if you're dunking, you might as well just, really slam her home. So, this one, we bring in a special guest. And the way that this works is we are only allowed to ask them one question each. That is it. Nothing else. And we're actually going to allow our guests to ask us one question as well. So this guest, Sam, would you mind introducing tonight's guest? For the
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, for our single shot, our guest tonight, he's a famous Metro guide, a co-host to the popular series, The Crappie Chronicles. He's thinks like a fish, speaks like a fish, talks to the fish, and some even say looks like a fish. Ladies and gentlemen, a phenomenal angler, an even better human being, Adam Griffith. Bring him in. Bring him in.
What's up, boys?
Welcome to
Bring him
Barb.
in. Uncle Griff.
There he is.
What up,
There he
nephew?
Uncle Griff, Uncle Rico.
Was that your question? Was that your question?
Yeah, what up, nephew? That was my question. Yep. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Thanks for coming on, dude. I'm sure we're in the middle of so much business at the moment.
I'm just sitting in the garage, to be honest. That sign right behind me explains a lot.
The slow one?
Yes, that one. There it is. Other way.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
There it is.
Oh, right.
The damn camera.
Unsure.
Opposite here.
Oh my God. All right, let's get into this thing. So I'll lead this off. How about this? I'll lead this.
All right,
I feel
good.
like I have a very relevant question for you here. Griff,
Yes.
what does Huck Tua mean to you?
Absolutely nothing. I think it's the dumbest shit on earth.
I teed you up.
That is dumb. It'll last 5 minutes. It'll be gone. So yeah, I just think that shit's dumb as can be, to be honest. I mean, some of the memes are funny, like the one I seen today. They wanted Miami wanted to draft Hawkinson so they could have Hawk 2, as their.
I love how you're like, it's so dumb, but I seen.
But no, I mean it was funny. It's funny, but
so
like
invested, dude.
it's annoying. Like it's like, really, you guys are getting a little. It'll be gone by next week anyway. But that's how social media works. It'll be
I'll
out.
ask you that one after a couple more Coors Lights.
I have had none.
All right, Hahner, what do you got?
All right. So you guide quite a bit. I guess the one that I'm kind of thinking of, what is the most obscure conversation you've heard in the boat or on the ice from a client?
Thank God he added that last part.
Can I? So I had these guys on my boat, and they were telling a story. And can I swear? Is that all right? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Okay. So like, they were talking about this midget that they had met while they were at the bar. And then the one guy was like, nobody said anything. They kind of told the story. Nobody said anything. And finally this dude just looks at me and he goes, I fucked the midget.
Did he make
I was like
eye contact with you?
Oh, no, he literally was standing next to me and he just whispered it to me. He goes, I fucked the midget. Because they were telling the story about one of them fucked a midget, but they didn't say about who. And then all of a sudden, this dude just like leans over to me and was like, "Yeah, I did it." And I was like, "Okay, all right."
I was kind of
Oh,
hoping
yeah.
to be on something along those lines. So
That
Yeah,
was what you were looking for?
I was just like, "Alrighty then."
Wow. You
Yeah,
didn't even
well,
have to dig deep for that one.
I didn't even
Like,
say anything to him. I was just like, oh, "Great story." And then dude was
Great
like, "I better let you know it was me."
Yeah.
I
I
was
feel like
like,
he
"All right,
He had
dude."
to-
Oh my
had to claim
god,
that.
dude.
It was hilarious, dude. I was just like, "Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sweet.
That's sweet.
Good for you."
Anyway, tip up.
What the hell do you say to that? Like, sure, cool. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's electric.
It was me.
It was me. I was just like,
He was holding it in too. He was like,
he was. You
him.
could totally tell because he wanted to. He just leans over like, "Hey, it was me that fucked the midget," and I was like, "All right, buddy, cool, man. Good for you." I didn't know how to elaborate on that. How do you? I don't know what to say to that. I just was like, okay, like,
You heard it here first, folks.
right?
Oh, we should just name drop this guy.
No, we're not doing
Shout out. Shout out Griff's client.
It is, yeah. He pays a lot of money. I don't want to do that.
All right, next question for you.
Okay, Sobi.
I don't know if you're currently in one, but potentially if you were to enter into a book club tomorrow and they made you choose the book, which book would you choose to enter into the book club this week? That you guys
Just
all
say,
read.
I don't know if you're currently in one or not.
Yeah.
Where the red fern grows. That was like the last book I read when
Phenomenal
I was
book.
10. Yeah, I don't read books, as you probably already know that, but
Are you currently in a book club?
currently in a book club.
Oh, he's like, yeah, my next call right after this one.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Like we gotta wrap this.
Yeah.
deal up.
I gotta go, guys. I got the book club podcast.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
thank you.
God.
Thank you for being on the single shot.
Hey, we're giving him
Whoa,
a
yeah.
rebuttal here. Griff, fire away.
I have to ask questions?
If
Well,
you
you don't
have
have
any,
to.
you don't have to. If you
You
have
just
any.
kick your ass out right now.
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a single shot. That was Adam Griffith. Huge shout out to him and obviously his phenomenal guide clients that made that segment electric. Wow.
But if you're looking for a guided fishing trip, hit up Adam Griffith. He's got his own website, Griffith Outdoors, and he'll set you right on the fishing.
You
Summer,
might get to
winter,
join that
spring,
group.
fall. Yeah. You could join that story.
And potentially, if you have an open invite for a book club, he might also be interested. So fire that into his DMs, and he'll definitely respond to you.
Yeah.
Read up on chapter 6 where the red fern grows. I believe it's where he shines the coat of the one dog. So get that into your log.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
You got
cliff
that one in the
notes. You
holster
gotta
for a
read it.
while, since about third grade, or what?
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Had to read it twice.
Had to read it twice. That's right where the bookmark is too. Still on that page. He's like, didn't make it past it.
Where are you going, Billy? Going to buy my dogs. Tahlequah? Where are you going to Tahlequah, Billy?
Sam read it 3 times.
I did. I was like, I myself have read like 4 books in my whole life,
And that's
happens
one
to
of
be
them.
one of them. He said it, and I was
You
like,
got so lucky.
I know. I was like, I know that one.
And you're like, yeah,
Good
weird.
job. Yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
Great read. Great piece of literature.
Oh my
Oh,
god. I love
man.
that shit. That's such a good one. Oh my god.
Nice.
All right.
Dang.
All right.
All right. Next segment. Where are we moving?
Back on track. All right, let's do a little bit of a what in the world is going on here. There's all kinds of things happening. I know I've been a little bit distracted. I currently have Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals on right here. Currently, as we're recording this, 8 minutes to go in the second period, 1-1. Florida is out shooting Edmonton. I'm Team Oil tonight. I'm of the opinion that Florida should not have this much hockey going on. So go oil. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. So what else? What in the world is going on? I'll lead this off. I have one completely not outdoors related at all. Just one that caught my eye. I don't know if you guys are familiar with 4th of July, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Kind of a big deal. So there's a big hot dog eating contest every 4th of July. Nathan's is the sponsor company of the whole thing. And for a long time, Joey Chestnut was like the 16-time reigning hot dog eating
the GOAT.
The GOAT, yeah. Has been banned from the hot dog eating contest that he was going to compete in this year. So come 4th of July, the best in the business has been banned from this event because he took a deal with the Impossible Meats company, the one that makes meat, not real hamburgers, hot dogs, stuff like that. And because he's sponsored by them, he can't compete in this event.
It's got to be a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's got to be huge to just be like, this is because I don't know anything about competitive eating other than this event, really.
Yeah.
But it's what is there a lot of other opportunities out there? This seems kind of like the big one, right?
And
the 4th of July Nathan's.
Is the industry so cutthroat on the competitive eating or the meat side where they're like, hey, we don't want you competing in that hoopla anymore. You know what I mean? You're with us now.
I'm gonna read. Okay. This is a 2-parter, but I gotta read this.
What a freaking sellout.
So the people from Nate, because of course they're blowing this up, right? That he's he's barred from competing. So the people from Nathan's were basically just we'd love to have him here, but he just can't be sponsored by a competitor company, right? So the people from the Impossible Foods is the brand, the other brand. So this, I love this because you figure they're trying to get their name out there any way possible, right? They're trying to promote this fake meat, whatever, right?
Yeah.
This is a direct quote from their spokesperson from the company. Said, quote, "We love Joey and support him in any contest he chooses. It's okay to experiment with a new dog. Meat eaters shouldn't have to be exclusive to just one wiener." End quote.
Whoa.
The media manager's aggressive. I like it.
Yeah. So
burn it down. Burn it down.
So then, okay. So then that was kind of caught my eye. So that came up a week ago or so that they were saying that he was banned from this. And obviously the event is coming up. It's on 4th of July. So I was they're hyping it up kind of weird. And I was there's got to be more to this. So obviously I looked into it. And I'm just pulling up the page now so I get the name of this right. But so the only other famous hot dog eating guy is that Kobayashi.
Yeah,
the other guy, right? So he's basically retired, but him and this Joey Chestnut guy are rivals, right? They're best in the business that do this competitive hot dog. I think they eat other stuff, but it's mainly a hot dog thing. So that guy doesn't compete in this Nathan's competition either. But they both, so because he got banned from this thing, they both got picked up, and basically instead of doing this hot dog eating contest at Nathan's, Netflix has picked this up. And the first week of September, they're gonna do a live head-to-head thing between Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut called Unfinished Beef on Netflix. It's gonna be a live hot dog eating contest, and dude, I think it's gonna be massive. This is they're hyping up they're doing the Mike Tyson fight, but this is eating hot dogs.
I mean, they are kind of the Conor McGregor and whatever Floyd Mayweather,
dude, and the graphic for this is incredible. And
I'm
it's
sure.
called Unfinished Beef, and it's going to be on Netflix. So I'm probably going to watch it.
It is pretty like outstanding. The amount of dogs they put away.
Right,
Like
though?
those,
That's
those
kind of
top
nuts,
echelon
man.
dudes, it is nuts.
So anyway, tune in, man. Unfinished Beef, Netflix, September 2nd. Be there. Be there.
That's an incredible story, Ryan. Wow.
So anyway, but hey, if you're gonna watch the hot dog thing on 4th of July, like there'll be a new winner, man. This guy's 16 straight. Like,
I wonder if there's any
my God.
local ones. I'd love to go watch an eating contest like local, where they're like not pros, but like something's gonna
like a Tuesday nighter, like
yeah,
hot
like the
dog eating.
Tuesday night or like the county fair, and there's like some boys that probably can put it away, but they're not like trained. So like
Right, they're just like
they're gonna hit that threshold and just it's over.
It's wild that there's like technique to it though. Like you see these guys and they're like
yeah.
dialed. Like I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yeah, there's practice to it.
Yeah,
I watched a whole
Yeah,
video one time driving at like 4 a.m. about professional eating.
really.
Like how you have to
Hunter's on his way to
How
a
you-
derby and he's like, nah, dude, I'm switching
how
careers.
you have to like get down a hot dog as fast as possible. This is basically the whole video. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
And then they have to keep it down too, right? Like I think
Yes.
that's part of it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I think there is like a time, like they have to like not blow chunks for like a certain time period
hmm
following it. I don't know.
Yep, and there's a whole bunch of foods and liquids that you eat beforehand. It's a whole thing. You got to expand your stomach to, create the hole to put.
Pro
the
dudes
place.
are like jacked. Like I'm like,
I know.
what is this?
It's a professional sport.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If anybody has any inside detail on how heavy that deal was with Impossible Meats and him, I would love to know the facts. Like if somebody knows the financials behind it. Yeah, a ballpark. If they're like, oh, professional eaters usually title sponsor, it's I don't know, 100 G's. Is it more? Is it
For the 16-time GOAT though?
It's
Like,
probably huge. It's
they're
probably huge. Like
Yeah,
Kobayashi's deal's got to be huge. Dang. How about you,
and
Cody?
like, what is this Netflix deal? They're probably making sick money, dude. God damn it.
That was your calling, not a stupid cookbook.
Idiot.
Oh shit.
I guess I've had a bunch of them sent to me here pretty shortly, but the one that to bring it back to fishing, and I might have to share another one. So the Ultimate Angler Championship has been announced. I think it was announced the last couple weeks. Pretty interesting deal. So they are looking, if they get their full member group. No, it's not even the full member group, but the payout is going to be bigger than the Bassmaster Classic and set for October of next year on Lake Gunnersville. No live scope, 2 days of practice, 3-day tournament, straight up bassing. Let's go. And the way to qualify is like being number one in like an open series, or I mean, there's a
So it's like an
list.
invitational.
Yep. To compete for like $500,000 first, and then it goes down the list like 130, 80, 70, 50, 45, 40. And from what I'm seeing, it's a no entry fee tournament. And yeah.
So
it's
this
insane.
thing is being backed by somebody.
Yes. I don't know who. There's not a lot of information out there about it,
The
but
Ultimate Angler Championship.
yes.
What's the dates on this? Like when does this go down?
I think it's early October is what I read somewhere. I can't see it on the site right now. Oh, and then the Big Bass. So Big Bass Day payouts. Big Bass Day 1, 10 grand. Day 2, 10 grand. Day 3,
Wow.
10 grand for Big Bass.
Jesus.
Like who cares about Big Bass in a tournament like that? Apparently they do.
10K.
Which it's actually cool. Like I think that's cool because like Cody, I remember you like won Big Bass at an open, and it was like you got like $300 or something like that. And and it was like I was like, really seriously, 150 people here, and Big Bass was only worth $300. Like if everybody threw in $10 or $20. Like
Right.
it'd be giant. Like,
Yep.
But this is what we've talked about on this before, though, is like where fishing needs to go, like payouts and like that type of thing. Like this is getting definitely closer to that.
Yeah, it's I don't know who's backing this, but the no live scope thing is pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
that they
sweet
have
to
like the
me.
equipment restriction, like
Yeah.
right out the gate.
That's like shot across the bow. Like
Mhm.
we're not allowing it. I mean,
What-
apparently they're not sponsored by an electronics company. Let's put it
What is
way.
that? What is that other little like side? Sorry to derail this. That little like side series that some of the elite pros are doing. That's like no electron or no. It's no live scope and like no waypoints, like the whole thing. Like, and it's like insane, like really high entry fees.
Yeah, that
really
was another. I don't know what the name of it is, but I think the premise was like just a private couple tournament thing to see how it went. It might even
Yeah.
be this group.
Oh, maybe
I think it might even
Maybe
be
it is.
this group of guys. And I thought that was on. No, it was on Lanier. It was on Lanier is where they had it, and apparently the guys loved it.
I just remember seeing some like Gussie posted some stuff about it, which is where that's where I saw it, clicked it, and like they had because they didn't have like live coverage at all or anything. It was just like you could watch, I think, the weigh-in maybe.
Yep.
But it was like very small, like it almost felt more like clubby.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Kind of like it felt like a Sturgeon Bay Open.
But the money involved was fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which maybe that was just to limit who would do it, you know?
Honestly, like there was a muskie tournament that my buddy and I did a while ago. It was like they called it the PMTT Mega Tournament or something, and the entry fee was like an open almost, like $2,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But the payout was amazing, and guys showed up out of the woodwork, and it was an amazing tournament. I mean, I would gladly pay $2,000 for an event that I'm actually going to make money at.
That you could potentially win like
like $80,000.
Yeah.
Versus, win 20, split it between two guys and pay $600. So
right.
For some people that's worth it.
Yeah, for sure. No, this sounds sick. And like the total purse is like ridiculous, right?
Yeah, they have it at 1.3 estimate. But apparently, I don't know. I think it's probably going to be closer to 1.5.
Does it say anything about there being like live coverage or anything? Or from what you saw?
No, it is so basic. It is so basic.
See, that's the weird thing is like there hasn't been a ton of publicity on this with the amount of funds kind of behind the payouts. Like you maybe it'll blow up more and more, but like it just seemed crazy to me. Like we don't know who's behind this. We don't know.
Maybe that's like the idea though is to like try to just get traction of everyone going, what the hell is this about? Because it's like a year away. It's not like tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's a long time before the event. So maybe they're trying to like develop it into like somebody's going to be interested in like doing the live coverage or something.
Yeah. I don't know, but I thought it was pretty insane. And it got me itchy. Because I'm like,
Dude, you should.
That's pretty impressive. That's a huge payout just to get invited to a tournament.
Yeah. Just like, have they put out any information about how to qualify or like how?
So from what I am seeing, you have to fish. There's certain sanctioned events, and that could be MLF, Bass, but there's like, it's not just Bassmaster Elite Series.
I was going to say, you said there's like 100 and some slots, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, win this tournament and you're in kind of thing. Like,
yep. And there's, let's see, they're inviting some college kids from the national championship, MPFL, Alabama Bass Trail, ABA Top 150, One Bass, TAA. And from what I'm seeing is, if you're just like, say if you fish the opens, if you are like the top qualifying guy there, you get an invite. If you're the top qualifying guy at the nation, you're in. If you fish the college national championship and you win, you're instantly qualified.
Wow.
I mean,
there's a lot of ways to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And it is pretty sweet because like it's not like at the Classic, right? Like it's mainly just the Elite Series guys and then the College National Championship, the Nation, and that's it. But this will kind of be the champions in the top echelon from any corner of bass
best
fishing.
on best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like any corner of higher level bass fishing, like the champions and the winners will be there. That's going to be sweet.
No, so that's kind of what I had going on and what I found interesting. At least piqued my interest, kind of rustled some feathers. So,
God damn, that is cool.
What would be the first thing you do, Cody, if you won $2 million bassing? The very first thing you do. Not like, oh, what would you do in the next 5 years? What would be the very first thing?
Like driving away from the weigh-in, you mean?
Yeah. Like weigh-ins are over. They're like, hey, we're tearing down, dude. You got to freaking leave. Like, take your Happy Gilmore check and get the hell out of here.
Oh man, what would be the first thing with that amount? I guess that's probably changed quite a bit in the last couple of years. I would first say like boat, quit job, do a bunch of stuff like this. Now probably buy a lake home. I think that'd be
immediately.
That would probably be number one on the list. And then
what about even more short term? Like what would you do that night? Say it was on
like
Smith
the
Lake.
Hour after leaving the weigh-in.
Check crypto.
Yeah.
Pretty loud answers, but yeah, honestly, or I think I know what Sam is hinting at here. We would go back. I don't care who's living there at the UWSP Bass House, but I would pay them. I would double what their rent is for a single weekend at the UWSP Bass
blowout
House.
weekend.
Get out.
Yep, and we were having a full Bassmaster Classic party that like fighting and Kurt and all those guys used to throw.
Just like the old days.
Yes. And having Ultimate Angler Championship winner party. I think, rented at the old
For
Bass
the record,
House.
There were some pretty good Bass House parties back in the day. I know we kind of glaze over this a lot on this, but like, god damn.
Yeah, if any of the listeners don't know, Ryan, Cody, and we all went to UWSP. We all fished on the bass team, and that's kind of how we initially formed this brotherhood and this bond. And when you fish on the same college team as other guys, and especially the years we did it, this is during the Wild West years. I mean, you go through some shit together. You party way too hard together. And we were traveling down south in boats that had no business going down south with vehicles that had no business going down south.
And oh my God, yeah.
And the shenanigans that followed were, this was not a sanctioned sport. Especially back then.
Thank God.
And I'm pretty sure, I know for a reason that our group was the only reason that they had to have a security guard watch over our team meetings. And what was it, CCC 209 or 222 or whatever?
Yeah. Because they knew. They didn't know, but they knew. They were like,
God.
They'll kill a kid. These guys are going to kill a kid.
Again. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh,
I think that'd be a good first 24 hours.
God, I'd be there for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. I forgot about that oath I made to myself. That was the first thing I was going to
do. I like that one. That's good.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's such a big tournament, dude.
I know.
And what's the name of it one more time? Sorry.
So it is called Ultimate Angler Championship. Right. I could be botching that, but that's what I'm finding. This could be.
There will be more about this as it gets closer, dude. Yeah. Like, there's no way people don't start talking about this when it's legit.
Tackle Warehouse promoted it, so it's got to be somewhat. Okay. This isn't just like some guy made a page.
The curiosity level, though, of who is paying for it is like so intriguing to me. Like, is this a company backing this? Is it just somebody? I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. Lake Gunnersville, 5th through the 11th, 2025. So, I mean, if it was me, I'm probably just going to bring 2 rods and swing for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like an ounce and a half weight in a frog. Like that's what a lot of guys are probably going to do, but that's what I would do.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody got any other ones?
Mine was kind of lame. Mine was lame.
Oh,
so
bring it.
No, it was lame. If anybody had any honorable mentions, I'd rather do theirs. Serious.
All right. So just because we've talked about this on the show before, and here's the deal. I have zero information about this. So like, I'm not even going to pretend like I read an article on it. I read the headline only. So what does that even mean? Right. But, so previously on here, we had some discussions about the wolf thing in Colorado and like that they released those wolves out there. Remember that?
Yeah.
So as of this weekend, maybe or whatever, there was headlines out there again. Clickbait, because I don't know shit about this. But the state of Colorado issued some sort of thing now that there is a loophole for ranchers to use lethal means of removal for wolves in Colorado. So, because it was like such a big deal, like this whole thing, and like and now they're like, there's a way.
Well, don't worry, guys, we got you.
Yeah.
We got you covered.
So whatever. Like I said, hand to God, I don't know shit about this, but I'll probably do it a little bit because now I'm it's like an intriguing, like, okay, because it was like a big, like, we're not letting people do this, and now they're like, well,
I'll say it as fact. I'll stand by that one.
And let's be real, people are gonna shoot them.
Yeah. I mean that's like tomahawk bear hunters. I mean, they mow through packs.
Now they're just making it legal, kind of.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was interesting. That was one that popped up on I think like Outdoor Life's social media or something, and I was like, like
that would be like if there for somebody who is like a traveling YouTuber that if they actually like went all over and we're kind of like in the outdoor space, like that would be a wicked town hall meeting just to like show
my God.
And you're like I'm about to walk into a town hall meeting where they released a bunch of wolves, but the ranchers are shooting them, and I don't live here, but like we're gonna record this and we're just gonna be a fly on the wall. Like I would click that video so fast.
Dude. Sub console.
Yeah. Thing to say.
Oh my God. So anyway, I'm sure there's more to come on that deal.
Wow.
Because side note, I did also see another article that was about that same thing, that like the first breeding pair had, like, they had a pup or whatever, or multiple pups. This is like the first time that they reproduced in Colorado since they released them. Which is like apparently a big deal. So
dang,
there you go.
How about you, Cody? did you have an honorable mention? I feel like you're gonna mention.
He did.
He did.
I
had a whole
87 open tabs. Hold on.
Yes, hold on. I guess quick highlight. Let's see how to word this. Drake and his music are so despised that.
By who? Is this a headline?
Oh, no. I'm saying Kendrick Lamar's diss tape was so good that he was capable of bringing Crips and Bloods to join forces and celebrate said diss track on Drake. So I thought that was pretty amazing. There was an Instagram clip of the whole deal.
I watched. There's this one dude I think that like works at Barstool, and he did like a really big breakdown about like the whole Kendrick and Drake beef and their diss tracks and this and that. Like, and it's actually so elaborate and it goes back so
like,
far. It's elaborate.
Well, and then like I don't know like the inner workings of it, but J. Cole just like, like I'm out. I'm good.
Yeah.
I do not want to deal with this. But yeah, it was wild.
Dude, I wish they had like a TMZ type breakdown of like beef in the outdoor industry.
Wouldn't it be so sweet
between people? Because there's always some shit out there.
Yeah.
But like to go into like that, how they go into like that depth on it.
But wouldn't it be so cool to be like, yo, so here it is. Gerald Swindle called Trey McKinney on this, and it was just a technicality. Like, he ran a no way.
In 2014.
Then Gerald made T-shirts about it and sold it for profit. Trey was all like, I don't care, still scoping, gonna win. Gerald was like mad, making like, you know what I mean? You imagine if they went all into it, it'd be so cool.
Like I want like an hour special on like some beef.
Yeah. Wow, that would be an incredible YouTube channel in itself.
It really would be. Write that down. Somebody write that down.
Outdoor.
If you're listening to this, don't steal this goddamn idea.
Yeah.
It's like this would be like a Pass the Barb exclusive.
Yep.
Pass the Barb. In depth.
Pass the Barb outdoor sick. TMC. That would be, holy smokes.
You could just pick all the scabs, dude. Like, let's get into this.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Shit. All right. Anybody got any other ones?
No, dude, those were good. All
right. Let's take a little spin down the what you been drinking lane, boys.
Oh.
We got a couple big segments coming up here. So let's get into this one. I think last time I kind of unleashed a new cocktail on Stolsky that he seemed pretty into. Sam, you weren't here for this one.
No, tell me.
So I'll give you this one, and then I do have another new one, which is not a cocktail. But last pod, I dropped the Crown Vanilla and Orange Soda.
Oh,
and it's unreal, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I spin that one up.
Does it taste like a dreamsicle kind of?
It does.
It's electric.
It really does. It's so good. So I kind of got on those a little bit. It was just one I stumbled on and ended up just like being like, okay. And I scooped a bottle of Crown Vanilla and was like, let's do this thing. Yeah. But I talked about energy drinks on what you've been drinking before. And we hit those Alani new ones, right?
You got a new one?
No, that brand Alani.
I know, but did you find a new one?
They dropped a new one.
Oh, a new flavor.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I just happened on it at a rando quick trip. Haven't found it at another one either. So it was like, it's out there, but they're like leaking it in. I'm telling you right now. So that same brand, same everything. I think last time we talked about this, I was talking about that Cosmic Stardust one. Really, really good. Purple can. They just dropped one called Pink Slush, dude. And it is a strawberry one. And it is next level, dude.
Dang.
Like drive off the road good.
Really?
Like put it in the ditch.
Like you get wired from it or the flavor?
Both, dude. Both.
Really?
Yes. Pink Slush. Try it, yeah. Come. You have to find it. Like I said, I've seen it at one quick trip total so far.
Oh, is Cody on the wine? He's got
No, sir. This is actually a delectable treat. It's actually fantastic. This might be my new favorite drink.
What is that?
All right.
No ice?
Dish.
No, nothing.
Tea, brother.
So
what am I looking at?
This, my friends, is called soju.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Soju.
So it is made in Korea. So there's soju and I'm gonna botch the pronunciation. Shochu. Shoshu. Shoshu is from Japan. Soju is from Korea, but it's basically a form of. It's kind of a lesser hard alcohol, but it is probably the easiest tasting, light sipping alcohol I've ever had. It is fantastic.
Come on. What are we working with? What's the flavor?
It's not like a sake. It's not like a sake.
No.
Get like ballpark flavor. What are we talking?
So this is peach, but it's almost like it's refreshing, but it doesn't have the bite of, like a vodka type deal or anything like that. But I mean, it comes in flavors, but the flavor, it's not like an overpowering sweet peach taste. It's like the smell only. So you get the smell of it. It's very vibrant and very refreshing, very classy.
What's the hangover on this thing like?
I would say 1 out of 100.
What? Really?
I'm not joking.
I'm
it's
listening.
Fantastic. It is
and
fantastic.
Like, can you read the back of it? Is it like a rice wine? Is it?
It's not a wine. It's like another fermented alcohol.
It's like alcohol, almost like.
Okay, here we go. So the difference between soju and shochu they're very similar, but the origin, obviously, one out of Japan, one out of Korea. The ingredients are very similar. One has a different type of fungi in it. Let's see.
Mushroom juice, brother.
Yes.
Jeez.
So the Japanese drinks of sake and shochu are both made using koji mold, mainly yellow koji for sake and black and white koji for shochu. However, some sake breweries have been experimenting with on the other hand, soju is made with various wild and ambient fungi. So different types of fungi, but virtually the same sort of process. And I highly recommend it.
Okay, now I need backstory. I was thinking.
I was going to say, follow-up question. How does a native Wisconsinite such as yourself stumble upon such a bottle of unique liquid?
Buddy, I found someone who's cultured and introduced me to some wild things that have
let's maybe elaborate on that.
Far surpassed anything I would have tried. Maybe I would have definitely tried it, but far expanded my mind.
Like, where are you buying this? There's no way you're buying this.
There's no way this is at Woodman's, dude.
Yeah. Are you importing this in?
I haven't purchased it, but apparently you can buy this in central Wisconsin. You can buy it in central Wisconsin. Yes.
Wow. It's got to be like at Asian markets.
Is it like out of a trunk?
No. I mean, look how this is classy, dude. And the taste is
that a glass bottle?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The taste is. It tastes immaculate, dude. Like it's so good.
It's so
good.
Maybe so funny.
Dude, it is delicious.
Prove it. Give us a little claim.
Yeah.
Give us a little. Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's telling the truth.
There's no bad taste about it. It's fantastic.
Has peach been your favorite?
That is the one I was purchased or I was given, and right now I would probably put it as my favorite because it's more, you can hardly taste the peach. There might be a hint of it, but the smell, I don't know what it does. That concoction of smell, taste, I don't know, but it's
this is made out
delicious.
Of either mold or mushroom.
It's fermented, but it's made with rice. It can be made with a variety. So like, vodkas, potatoes, or a bunch of, it's just how it's fermented, right?
Yeah.
So it can be used with rice, sweet potato, barley.
Wow.
You ripping this over ice or what?
No. I mean, you could, but it's already like watered down, I guess, enough where there's not that serious, whiskey where you're like that, or, kind of.
I'm just talking straight temperature, bro.
Dude, it's delicious. I'm sure you could put ice in this, but it is delicious.
Wow.
Damn. Soju.
That was That was heavy.
I
You
never
should have
thought
went.
I never thought I'd hear you say something.
I'm a changed
even
person.
remotely close to that.
I'm a changed person.
Could you imagine if we were
I have
drinking
seen the light.
soju back in the day?
We would have got
Where we'd be now?
Soju, hit us up. Hit Past the Barb, up #1 outdoors podcast in the world. Drink sponsor. Soju.
Yeah, what's the
Jeez.
brand on this thing?
It's classy.
I don't. Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce the J in this. Would be from Korea.
Well, I didn't even realize that was a word.
Yeah, Hanjin. Sensible choice, Hanjin charcoal filtered for the refreshing and clean taste. Yeah, it's delicious. Fantastic.
I'm shocked
If you see
right
this,
now. So
if you see this, cleanse your palate and get ready for a ride. Fantastic.
Cleanse.
I need at least 3 other opinions. If anybody's out there and they find this and they purchase it and they buy it, I want to hear their take on it. And not an opinion of it's like bad or good. I'm interested in the way you described it is like the aroma is so strong and then the taste is just very smooth and easy drinking. I think that's like it just sounds
It's an anomaly. It's an anomaly.
Let's throw this out there now. Pass the Barb Nation. If you've had this in our DMs, give us your opinion and tell us where the hell you got it from.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the questions we need to answer.
I'm telling you, like my eyes have been open.
Dude, I literally don't even have a response to what just happened.
I picture Cody Hahner in a 3-2 quick trip. And he's like picking out a beer, and then someone touches him on the shoulder and goes, No.
Set the Four Loco down, son.
and he just turns around and goes,
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Sam, I
like
don't know that you could top that.
I know. You should have went last, dude. You really should have went last. Have some freaking decency.
He's been waiting, dude, for a while.
Some decency.
I've been slowly just milking this.
Just
so
taking a little nip.
So you can see it how happy.
And it's like clear, dude.
I know. I need. Wow.
It smells amazing.
It
smells amazing.
I have to get it. I have to figure out where to get it.
It would be like, I don't know, the best. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that.
I'm going to Total Wine and starting to make demands.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's found.
Yeah,
must be tried.
Yeah. Chan Hassan Total Wine. What do you mean you don't have any soju? The fragrance, smooth drink.
The peach one.
The peach one. Write it down.
I honestly, if I had, I'm gonna put this is gonna surprise some people, but if I was given a choice of all alcohols, I would choose that.
Come on, dude.
Really?
I'm not joking. It's that good.
Really?
Yeah. I'm serious. We like to have a lot of laughs on this podcast, but that is something serious. That is serious.
Wow, dude. I'm writing that down.
You
need to talk to your cultured pal and ask him or her where they got it. And it's you need to unleash it. Make it go mainstream.
I will.
You know, people in Wisconsin listen to this, right?
They're gonna be at Quick Trip, like, ain't no way. I see that.
I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm still in shock. Yeah. Sorry.
Wow. I will wrap mine up really quick while Cody does some research. I have not been drinking anything that sweet, that cool. I have it's been getting warm out now in between the rain showers. I'm kind of on the Moscow Mules. I love it. Just a little of the ginger beer with some vodka with a lime. A Moscow Mule is just really refreshing in the summer. Other than that, I feel like and it really parlays into Cody's deal. I feel like I've been searching, it's not like I have something right now that I'm like just craving or I've just been loving. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'll have a Moscow Mule and then a cold beer is good. A cold beer is always good. But other than that, I'm not like the passion you have for it, dude. I want that, dude. I want to have something be like, yes, dude. Something I really want to share with
Count it. I'm going to source some soju.
Yes.
I'm coming to Faribault, dude.
Yes, dude. We'll kill some walleyes. We'll get soju crazy.
Because this seems like knife and juice here.
Yes.
Like you're out there just, whoa, what's harvest.
And then
like,
we'll eat some sushi. Then we'll make some sushi. Soju.
I can see this going.
You're just talking dirty.
It's fantastic, man. Like, try some and get back to me on it. You'll understand what you've been missing.
Dude, I wrote it down.
I don't know where this is. I don't know where this has been all my life. I didn't even know it existed until,
Korea, obviously.
Year. Yep, Korea, Japan. Fantastic.
God damn. They invent sushi and this? Like what?
I'm going to find out where we can purchase it.
Like in bulk.
Yeah. Cases.
Does it come in a keg or what?
I'm interested to see what flavors they all have. And I definitely
Dude, right? Yeah. But they come out firing on peach. Like there's got to be some other.
No, I'm sure there's like a ton of flavors. This is the one that was purchased for me. But yeah, that one's been fantastic. I'm sure like just about any of the flavors. Because there was the first one that I had was just original soju. And it was like the best way to describe it. It was kind of like it was a very watered down vodka, but not vodka. It was like a refreshing drink without any bite to it.
Ryan, you need to do a look. I feel like you know some Oriental and Asian markets near your place that
got some connections, bro.
That you dabble with, and I feel like maybe it's there. You just haven't brought it up, and then if you bring it up, they'll be like, "Oh, he knows."
Yeah, I'll talk to my squid lady. Be like, what you know about that soju?
Talk to my squid lady. All right, let's jump into fantasy picks. Let's do it.
All right. So this one we're going to Smith Lake next, and Sam just left. But when he comes back, I want to do a score update here, so everyone knows what's at stake. So the current score scenario going into Smith Lake. So there's this event and 2 left. So there are 3 total left. And Sam, I hate to say it, but you are still in last place currently. So here's the current scoring as it sits. First place is still Cody Hahner with 12 points.
Yes.
Very good. I'm sitting in second with 16. Bart sitting in third place with 20. So there's pretty good drop off there. And then Sobi sitting in fourth with 22.
It's a bunch of bullshit, dude. It's a bunch of bullshit. Let me tell you right here.
That.
I don't get the kind of reciprocation I deserve out of the friendships I have. And it's not on you guys. It is definitely on me. But going into this fantasy year, like I was pumped. I was really pumped. And I got like more people involved. Like I got good buddy Brock involved. B-Rock. He's done fantasy before, but like right before the season started, I'm like, dude, sign up for Pass the Barb, freaking get on this. Let's set our lineup. And then it was like a week into it. I was like, dude, don't forget to set your lineup. I was talking to him, talking to my good buddy Augie. Augie's like not a bass fisherman, doesn't know the culture, doesn't know the anglers, but I like got him involved. Right before that would happen, I'd be like, don't forget to set your lineup. Don't forget to set your lineup. I freaking forgot to set my lineup. And none of my pals text me like, hey, dude, who you picking? Like, we would send screenshots and stuff, and it was just, I didn't even think the tournament was happening.
I
crept up on me.
Tell you to set your lineup.
Did you?
In the group chat.
That was a group chat, dude. It felt less personal.
In the group, dude.
It feels less personal. I needed a personal text.
There's only 4 people in it.
I'm so mad, dude, because Adam did such a horse hockey job of picking that if I had picked 2 anglers, he'd be sitting in dead last. The only reason Adam is not last is for my lack of responsibility.
He had the work. I think out of anyone that set their lineup, he was second to last
in the whole group.
In like 50 some people or whatever. He had like 600 points or something, which is not good. That's
still better than not setting your lineup.
It is.
I'm so freaking mad at myself, dude.
But
it's all. I mean, the nice thing is the way the scoring works. Yeah, you got fourth there, but Bart still got third, so he only got 1 point on you, and you didn't even set one. So
what's the punishment? What's the punishment to all this?
So we posted that after the last pod. We brainstormed some ideas. We took some from things that were submitted. We put a poll out there. We got some crazy traction on this poll. There was like a couple hundred people voted in this poll, which was shocking to me. It was like the most responded to poll we've ever posted.
On Pass the Barb Instagram?
Pass the Barb Instagram. And it was very close. I'm talking within percentage points. So I'll just let me just see if I can pull it up just to let everyone know like what the options were. But basically, we've been mulling on this like the whole season. We're trying to get more input from listeners on what you guys wanted to see. And now that it's becoming fairly developed, it's kind of interesting to see how this all played out. But the options were: option 1 was Snoopy Pole tournament, and this is having to fish an entire like a sanctioned tournament, like a legit tournament, and you're only allowed to use like push button Snoopy poles, like the little ones, for the whole event.
Put braid on it.
You can rig it however you want, but like those are your rods for like a standalone event.
Oh, that suck.
Which is fantastic, I think. The second one was fishing again, another like legitimate tournament, but only using tackle for a completely different species the entire time. So like you could fish a bass tournament, but you like have to throw musky gear, or you have to use like panfish rods or whatever. Okay. Which again, fantastic. The third one was posting a photo of an ex-girlfriend as a social media profile picture for a full week with no context.
That's incredible.
And then the last one was going back to what we had last year, which was doing the hungover 5K.
With no context.
And there were
that's so creative. Who came up with that?
I think that was sent into us by somebody. Yeah.
Wow. You guys are super creative, every one of you.
Great options.
Because those would all actually suck.
I will say it was a very close race between the first three. An incredibly close race between 1 and 3, which were the Snoopy Pole tournament and the ex-girlfriend photo. But I am very happy to announce that the winning option from this poll is having to fish a tournament with Snoopy poles only.
Oh my gosh. Imagine doing a tourney Tuesday, straight Snoopy pole, 30-pound braid.
Yeah. But that is officially what losing the fantasy group is going to be this year, is having to do that. And it'll have to be documented in some way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, realistically, like, we're going to film this.
I need to lock in. I need to call Ronnie Moore, and I need to get my shit together, dude. And I need to win this, because if Bart loses, I will film it. I will film Bart fish a whole derb with the Snoopy pole.
And the best part is, like, he's not doing Tuesday nighters this year or anything. So
no,
he's gonna have to do like an open.
Something. Oh yeah, he's doing something, or I'm gonna make him sign up for something.
No,
sweet.
Dude, he's gonna have to be an open or a team trail.
Oh my gosh, and he has to honor it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
so I mean, right now, like I said, it's anybody's game. It's not looking real good for you two boys right now. I mean, obviously, if I totally bomb, I don't even know. I don't know what the math is on it, but I feel like Hahner's safe for sure. For sure, I think, right?
Yeah.
12? Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to not set a lineup, I think,
for all three,
which can happen to anybody.
It only happened to you, dude.
I know.
Like, you keep saying that, but like, that was 100% your fault.
Could happen to anyone. I blacked out.
I mean, how did you not talk to? Because you and Bart were in the same place,
dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude didn't even like. I was fishing the Champions Tour in Iowa, and me and Bart were like talking at the pre-tournament meeting, and never once did he say like, "Hey, who you got this week?" I was in the zone, man. I was
All right. Fair enough. Anyway, it's water under the bridge now. It's survival mode. All you have to do, it's 2 points separated. The way the scoring works is who gets first place through fourth place. You get 1 point first place, second, 2, 3 is 3, fourth is 4. So you only have to make up 2 points, dude. So that's really where it's at. It's definitely going to come down to, I think it's going to come down to the last event.
I know. I need to tighten up.
Yeah.
Tighten up.
So we have this week. It literally starts on what, Thursday, right? So Smith Lake, Alabama. Hahner, you said you know a little bit about this place. I believe you said you fished there, right?
I have fished there. I fished a FLW event there, but that was a few years ago before forward facing was even a thing. But I do have a pretty good scope of what the lake, how the lake kind of sets up, and maybe there's been a drastic change in 6 years, but for the most part, it seems like it's fairly similar to what I fished.
So
when I was
do you
there.
think it's going to be more of like an offshore scoping thing, or like that's going to be the bulk of the field, or is
yeah.
How much of it is going to be largemouth versus spots?
90-10. 90 spots, 10 largemouth. I would say. Like they're not just, little bitty spots that you catch while you're largemouth fishing. Like they're sizable spotted bass. I mean, there's 5 to 6 pounders in there, spotted bass. So, you could catch, it's not quite linear status, but it's right up there as far as spotted bass fisheries go. But I would say, you're looking at like, if it was spring, I can't remember exactly what our weights were. I think it was fresh post spawn, but they're still like 17 and a half a day. And I think this one probably going to be about 16 a day. I could be way off on that, but it's if you ever look at it on a map, it's not by acreage a huge lake, but by shoreline, it is monstrous. There's like 3 or 4 different separate arms that you can run up into, and it is filled with blueback herring, offshore structure, a lot of open water fish, docks like from one end to the other, and they're like perfect docks for spotted bass. Like they're mostly floating docks out in the abyss. It could be most of the docks are over 40 feet of water where they'll just hover underneath them, and then the docks that are in shallower water are usually, I don't know, that are on the main lake, they're 20 feet with brush underneath them. So they're perfect. The whole lake sets up great for spotted bass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we were talking before this a little bit that it didn't sound like the weights were probably going to be crazy big on this one. Like you're talking like mid to upper teens a day probably.
Yeah.
Rather than a total like blowout where it's going to be like, 20 a day or something.
Cody, are you sure you didn't fish that open there?
I don't
Cody,
think
Greg, and Joel. I think it got flooded and it got pushed to the.
No, I don't think I was in it, man. I think that was I don't think I fished that year in the opens. Was that 2019?
Maybe that was the year that Connor was a boater. That was the year that Connor was a boater, because when you were still fishing him, Connor would have been a co, right? Connor was never a boater with you. Okay.
Yep.
And I want to say that. Okay. Either way, get into your lineups. What do you got, Rye?
All right. So it just went away. Okay. So I don't know. I went pretty Alabama heavy on this one. I have one. I'm like so on the fence about my sea bucket, but so I went with, I think, an obvious pick, and based on the percent ownership, I think everyone else went Jordan Lee. Basically his home lake, hard to bet against that guy. Dude wants to win probably more than anybody else out there. So hard to pick against him there. B, I went Will Davis Jr., another Alabama guy. My C bucket, I was very torn here. Like Hahner was saying about the scoping thing, I really wanted to pick somebody I thought would be heavy out in that. So I was like, and that half of me wanted to pick Kyle Welcher so bad. So I'm like, I have him in there. I'm going back and forth between Kyle Welcher, Keoya. Kyle Welcher, Keoya.
Yeah, it's a tough pick.
You know, I'm like, but just based on like how I think what the potential is, I think I gotta go Keoya on this one. I just like I've been not picking some of these guys for too long, and it's been burning. Like the scope thing is a legit deal. Like I think you got to have a couple of them in your lineup to like stay alive. So went there. D bucket, I just wild pick just based on the ownership thing and being an Alabama guy. I went with David Gaston. For D, and then E, I went with Cole Sands.
Okay.
So,
That could
but like
be,
E was a weird one this week, I think.
D and E were kind of weird. D and E were
just with who ended up sitting in there. So that was where I went. But
very nice.
Okay, Cody, who you got?
So let's see here. Oh boy, here we go. So a bucket, just because he hails from Missouri, is a very good scoper, has a very good idea of open water, suspended fish, also killing it in the standings. I'm going to go with a lesser percent owned in Cody Huff. I think that's going to be a pretty solid pick for me. And then bucket B, I went with the Auburn boy, Logan Parks, just as kind of a safe bet, local knowledge. Not gonna bet against that one. Bucket C, Kiyoyu Fujita. I feel like he's gone too many tournaments in a row where we haven't heard his name being said, and I think this one will set up perfectly for him. Bucket D went similar, David Gaston, Alabama boy. Bucket E for that potential, just because I know he can catch spotted bass, and he's a phenomenal shallow water fisherman, Scott Canterbury.
Nice. That makes me feel a little better about some of mine, for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of weight riding on this one.
I hope and pray Adam totally blanks and doesn't even set a freaking lineup. But even if he does, he might get freaking second to last or last in this whole group. So,
well, you could still get first in this event, and he gets fourth, and you made up the whole thing.
Yep, I know. And I got some par here, and I got some breakout. Bucket A, you can't bet against him. Home Lake, obviously been fishing so damn good this year. Jordan Lee, how do you not? I have to shoot par there. Bucket B, Logan Parks. He's been fishing well. He's a young dude, home water, home-ish type of water, Alabama dude. Also phenomenal at scope. You got to go Logan Parks. Bucket C, instead of Keoya, I picked Taku E2. I think Taku's going to have a breakout tournament right here, and I think he's going to do really well.
I knew it.
I just knew it. Watch Taku do well in this tournament. You heard it here first. Bucket D. Here's where this could totally get bad or it could totally get good. I got Steve Kennedy. He's an Auburn boy. He's got years of knowledge on Smith Lake. He's a great shallow water angler, but he also understands the whole fishing around open water and swim baits. And he's got a lot of history on Smith Lake. I think he's cashed a lot of checks there. I think he could do good as far as the people in bucket D. And then bucket E. Shooter McGavin. Scott Martin. Scott Martin back in the day won an open on Smith Lake. He kind of helped open up a lot of the first smaller Ned bait type baits or Ned rig type baits and different stuff like that out on Smith Lake before it was like kind of really going down out there on Ned rigs, and also just different finessey stuff for spotted bass. He's got history out there and he's won out there. So I think Shooter's going to come in hot.
Solid picks.
Mhm.
So
Very solid pick.
I did get a private message from Barty Boy
Oh my gosh,
on
where's
his
Bart at?
lineup. So I will read it right now. So he sent me this. Couple interesting ones. So he also went very Alabama heavy.
Mm.
His A bucket surprised me a little bit, but I think he's trying to. I feel like he must be swinging a little bit. I think he's scared that you might have a good lineup this week. So his A bucket was Wesley Gore.
Oh yeah, he's an Alabama boy, I think, isn't he?
Yep.
Hartwell. He comes from Hartwell. I think that's his home lake.
He went B bucket. He went Logan Parks.
No, I think Wesley Gore's home lake is Lay Lake. Never mind.
Oh.
Still in Alabama.
C bucket, Shane LaHue. D bucket, David Gaston also. And then E, he went Scott Canterbury.
I don't like his lineup. I think he's going to do bad. I'm calling it.
He might, dude.
But I need a dub, dude. I like your and Hahner's lineup a lot. And I feel like you guys should have swung for the fence. Just either to have a really good
Just
week or really bad.
give you a chance.
You guys picked like good picks where it's like you guys should have picked like, well, if this happens, that'd be crazy.
But the craziest part of the whole thing, dude, is like, who knows what's gonna happen?
I hope John Cox catches him, and I hope you're pissed.
I'll be pretty bummed if he catches their ass and I didn't pick him because I love him so much. But like you have to pick him against a Jordan Lee in this event.
And Jordan's got so much momentum.
Yeah. And that's literally his backyard.
Yeah.
I went out on a whim. Educated whim, but not picking Jordan Lee over Cody Huff. That was the biggest risk I took in my picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a bunch of guys mixed in there. Like, I think there's a pretty big chunk of this field that could do good.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this will be a sweet tournament to watch, because I do think there's a lot of dudes in this field, like talking to them probably before they practice, that literally think, yep, I can win this tournament. I can win this freaking tournament.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's so many of these guys that it's like they know this spotted bass game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether they're, scoping or not or whatever, that they're like, I can get them for sure. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's what I know about it. So it's going to be a dogfight the last three here to basically not be in dead last place. I think this punishment is going to put some legit pressure on the scenario because it's a pretty good punishment.
Yeah.
And whoever it would affect anyone who ends up losing. So I don't think I'm totally safe, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. So
Your lineup is good. Your lineup is good.
yeah, I think if I get through this week, then I'm on cruise control. But if you or Bart gets fourth, dude, trouble.
I need Steve Kennedy to step up huge here. And I freaking think Scott Martin's gonna have a great tournament. And I need Steve Kennedy and Taku to freaking step up. The other boys, I think, will be all right.
Yeah. Well, see how it plays out. Starts this week. We'll know by the next pod how severe the bleeding was. But somebody's getting fourth in this thing this week. And
yeah.
All right. So we do have that was good. We do have a weigh-in tonight, and I think this will be a fun one.
Should we cold call Stolsky to try to get him in here at least for the weigh-in? Let's cold call him. Cold call him right now. You got your phone?
I'll give him a rip right here.
And if that doesn't work, I'll give
Bill. Because he did actually text me that he was going to try to make the back half. He said, "We're ringing, boys."
Even if you can just jump in on his phone for the weigh-in.
Dude. He's probably riding that goddamn mule somewhere in the mountains of Montana.
He did. I really wanted him to come on because he actually went to a Montana wedding this past weekend.
Oh,
And I wanted to hear about it.
Sorry,
I'm calling him now too.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, this is like a big deal, dude.
He went to a Montana wedding.
Hi, you've reached Will Stolsky. Sorry, I couldn't get to the phone right now. Leave me a message.
All right, Wild Bill's out. Let's get in the weigh-in.
Dude, he's gonna hear about this one. All right, let's get into this weigh-in. So tonight's weigh-in, let me get this right because I even wrote it down here. Tonight's weigh-in, most satisfying moments in fishing. Most satisfying moments in fishing. So this could be anything. I'm not even going to throw an example out there because I don't want to accidentally take someone's pick. I thought tonight we would go based on our fantasy rank of the order we're picking here. So Bart's not here obviously, but so we'll go Hahner gets the 101. I'll go in the middle.
Nice.
Sobi, you get the wraparound. Got it. So give me your best four. Let's lead this thing off. Most people know how this works, but we're going to go around snake draft style. We'll just go around. We get to fill up our roster with 4 individual moments based on the category. So this one, most satisfying moments in fishing, can be anything to try to pander to the audience.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And then we'll post this on Instagram. Let everyone vote on it. We'll see who's the winner. But Hahner, lead us off here.
I'm gonna say when you're fishing with your buddy, out fishing him from the back of the boat.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay. So, that's good. What are you calling that one? Because I feel like there's some weight involved in what you call these, especially in this one.
I'm gonna say
out fishing partner.
I would
from the back
say
of the boat.
yeah. I mean, just kind of how I said it.
All right. Yep.
I think
out fishing partner from the back of the boat.
yes.
All right. Got it. That's good. From back of the boat. Okay. Got it. All right. I'm taking it. I thought you would take it. I'm taking the top water blow up. Any species, realistically here. I mean, just getting annihilated on the surface, hard to beat, dude.
Oh,
Really hard to beat.
my mind's was in a different place when I was
the soju,
when I was
dude.
thinking
yeah,
about this.
yeah.
You're all
Mine
spun
was
out.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
Spun
Yep.
out on the soju.
Most satisfying moments in fishing.
I'm going, yeah, top water blow up. Lock it in. Sobi, give it to us.
Most satisfying moments in fishing. I'm going to start out right away with creating fishing memories with a mother or father, a brother or sister, or a grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like creating fishing memories with a close family member. That's a very satisfying
Creating
moment.
fishing
in
memories
fishing.
with family members. Got it.
Yeah.
With a close family member. Put that. And it's one of those satisfying fishing moments that might not be that satisfying until it's later. Down the road.
Yeah.
Like till a grandparent dies or something, when you look back and go, damn, that was actually pretty incredible when we used to bluegill fish and do a fish fry, stuff like that. That's a satisfying fishing moment.
Got it.
It is.
Creating fishing memories with close family member. Got it. All right. Give us a second one.
A new bait working. A new bait that you've never got them to really go on before, you're not comfortable with, or it's not your confidence bait. Getting a new bait / technique to finally work. Maybe write that down. Getting a new bait / technique to finally work.
Yep.
All right. New bait
that one's a
/
good one.
technique working.
That's like so satisfying. You're like, holy shit,
yeah.
dude.
Yep.
Holy shit.
That's probably my
Unlocking
favorite.
the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably
Yeah.
my favorite feeling in fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
it's
one.
like electric. You feel it on the backside of your back where you're like, oh my gosh, they're just, I thought they might
Yep.
maybe eat a flat side crankbait here and they freaking are or something crazy
Yep.
like that. And you're like, no shit. No
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
That is,
Satisfying.
yeah, that is. It feels so good.
All right, I'm gonna take catching your 5th fish in a bass tournament.
Mm.
Getting
Getting the limit.
Get that limit fish. Getting that limit
Getting
fish.
getting the limit fish.
And that could work for any folks
I guess
who've never
any
even fished a tournament either. Yeah. You get that limit. You got that 6th walleye, and you're like,
That's the one.
There's just something about that, you know? Got him. All right, Hahner, what do you got?
I'm gonna do the first day after winter, the first day on a boat.
First day on a boat. Oh.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
that's the most.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
First day on a boat of the season.
You don't
Yes.
even care if you get a bite.
No,
dude.
I
You
just
don't
want to
even-
cast.
You don't even remember how
Yeah.
rods work, dude.
No, just want to cast.
When you kind of go like that for the first couple times and nothing
You're like,
backlashes,
that's-
and you're like, I remember how to do that. Hell
Yeah,
I
just
still
like
got-
riding a bike.
I can do that still. I can still do that. Friggin' right.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Wow. That's an honorable mention for me. Wow. I'm gonna go with.
Whoa.
Oh, me? Oh, whoa. Okay, sorry about it. I'm gonna spill
This is
some
Hahner's
beans.
wrap around here.
So and then speaking of it, because I described it earlier in the podcast, but I'm gonna go slump buster.
Oh.
Slump buster.
Yep.
You taking a particular species or anything here, or just general slump
I'm
busting?
gonna see if I can get away with it. I just want it on the Instagram. If you put slump buster, that's an instant yes.
I'm
that
not
could be
gonna-
described. That could be described in many different ways, but for
Oh.
me, it would be not getting a muskie after certain hours in the boat, and then it happens. Slump busted buster, or like it could be bad tournament spree, and you have a good tournament on the water, fulfilling event.
Yeah.
Slump busted. I don't know. That was mine. I can make it more specific if you'd like, but
I mean, I think it has to be at least about a certain thing. It's so because it's just like about anything.
okay.
Like, are we talking about like a fish or like an event or like?
I would say fish. I would say just fishing in general, like having a couple bad trips, and then finally that breakthrough event where you figure out something, or the stars align, and after putting in your hard-earned like hours onto the water, it all finally comes together, and you have that good outing. You get rewarded with whatever work that you put into fishing those
All right,
last
so
few outings.
You could just put finally breaking a slump.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go.
Breaking a fishing slump.
Break.
Which that does feel so freaking good when you finally
It
crack
does.
their ass, and if
Yeah.
you
Yep.
just
Yeah.
and if it's been stingy and you just
Yeah.
crack them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Feel like I need to beef mine up a little bit here. I'm gonna take. I can't believe this made it this far. I'm gonna take breaking your PB.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
in
Yeah.
round 3, incredible.
I had that one and I was gonna do it right away, and then I thought,
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot, actually. All right, Sam. What do you got?
Well, you took that PB one. So I got 2 of them right here coming in hot.
Yep.
The drive home post smash. Like if you're in a truck with a buddy after you guys really wrecked him, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Post smash drive home.
Post smash drive home.
I like that. That is good. Fuck.
That drive home with a buddy, if you guys got him or somebody got one big one, you're like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah. The tunes are riled. The windows are down.
Who's on the ox?
Drive us to Quick Trip immediately.
And then last but not least, finally finding them / that aha moment. I want that verbatim. AHA8. It's that aha moment / finally finding where you're like, oh my gosh, they're freaking, they're in the foil. They're on the rocks.
/ aha moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That aha moment.
All right, so let's see.
Yeah, run it back.
Well, we still got 2 picks here.
Oh.
I still have one, and Hahner still has one.
It's gonna get slim.
Oh,
there's probably so many too. So if anybody's in the comments,
I'm taking. God, I just think this one's too good. This one, I feel like people is gonna hit. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Watching your bobber go down.
Oh. That is pretty electric. If you're ice fishing or spring crappie fishing or walleye fishing
or any fish
or fall muskie fishing on a sucker, like
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh god, that one felt good.
That's so relatable too. Good. That is like everybody who's even been fishing once.
There's no way you'd be like, oh, it went down.
And and nobody's ever like, even if they've never been fishing, they're never like, oh shit, it's going down there. It's always like, oh.
Especially even people that don't fish. Like if you're in a boat and you have people that don't fish with you and you threw a bobber out there and it goes down, they're like, your bobber went down.
And you're like, yeah. And you look and it's gone.
Yep. People know, dude.
That is as far as the word satisfying goes, that meets all criteria. Well
all right,
done.
Hahner, drive us home here.
Okay, so this one's a little bit of a wild card, but I'm gonna say showing people at the ramp how good of a boat backer upper you are.
Or backing it as fast as possible after you just watched like a wreck. And you're like, I'm gonna just do this extra fast just to show them this is how fast it can be done. Oh.
I don't know why that one came to mind, but that was off the script. But
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Anybody who's kind of good at backing in a boat has definitely done it too, where they've watched somebody take an absolute lifetime to back in a boat and then finally and you just go boom, boom.
Not looking over the shoulder. This is mirrors only, people.
Yep.
Fly it back in there.
All right, what are we calling this?
How would you word that?
How would you word that one?
Speedy boat ramp. Flex.
Backing in, dumping the boat in super fast because I can. Or dumping the boat in super fast.
Like boat ramp showboating.
Fast boat dumping flexes. There's a way to say this that people will just understand. Because it is true. It's so real.
flexing
Like
flexing
boat ramp dominance.
yeah.
Dumping the boat in super fast. Boat ramp dominance.
Flexing backing up abilities at the boat ramp.
Okay, I'll go with that.
I like it.
Flexing, backing up skills.
Yes.
All right, flexing, backing up skills. That's
And I feel like it's relatable on other fronts too, because you guys have I know you guys have done it. You've been at boat ramps and you've seen somebody really struggling, and you walk up and you go, "Hey, I can back it in for you. I can help you back it in." And you get in their vehicle and you back it in. I know you guys.
Oh yeah,
I know you guys have done it.
I've always come really close to it, and you can see the guys that are just not going to accept that, and then the families that will absolutely take a hand, or the wife will step in and be like, "Yes, we could use a hand."
Yeah,
but there are certain guys you just do not ask.
No,
that's true. I think that's true.
Yeah. So,
but there are people that are willing to accept help.
Yes,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'll burn through these and then we'll do honorable mentions. So Hahner with out fishing partner from the back of the boat.
Yep.
First day on the boat of the season.
Yep.
Breaking fishing slump and flexing backing up skills.
Strong, dude. That's strong. Very strong.
All right, my lineup is top water blow up.
Yes.
Yes.
Getting the limit fish.
Yes.
Breaking your PB and watching your bobber go down.
Oh, damn it, Ryan.
That felt good, boys.
Yeah,
that's really strong.
That's gonna be.
That's a
slump. And then Sammy boy pulling on the heartstrings here, creating fishing memories with close family members.
Yep.
A new bait or technique working.
Yep.
Post smash drive home. And finally finding them / aha moment.
Yes.
I like it. Yeah,
that's
strong.
I think they're all pretty good.
That
could go any way there. I don't think there were any major bombs.
If I had to give honorable mentions, even for those listed, I would say the first day on the boat after a long freaking winter and just straight up a bobber going down. Those two are so strong. Like those would be my honorable mentions. You guys picked them, but like the first day on the boat, dude, is like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel alive again. I feel like a human being.
Yep.
So I had a couple honorable mentions. One was I just feel like this is good. I just didn't know how to like say it right. But like catching them doing something that somebody else thought was dumb.
Oh yeah.
Really like that won't work. And you're like, bitch.
Yep. The first time someone saw a pounder getting thrown or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
Or even like you know how like you get in arguments with when you're not catching, you know how you get in arguments with people, and you're always like, we should do this. And it's like, no, we're not doing that. And then the moment you go do it, you
works.
catch one and you don't say anything.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I know you saw that.
Yep.
And I know it's eating you up.
Another honorable mention, I literally thought of Cody and Ryan when I was doing this too, is like catching a fish on a bait that you made. So whether that be a hand-tied fly or a musky bait that you modified or made, or your hair jigs, Ryan, like I thought that is like so satisfying. If you tie your own bait and you literally caught them on it, I feel like that's the ultimate gotcha bitch moment. Like I got you. Like I made this and I knew it would trick you and it did. And that's satisfying.
That is good. And then I had, let's see, connecting on a slackline hook set.
Oh yeah.
The ultimate stick moment.
Just it's like a nanosecond of like, oh yeah. Like there it is.
Not because you have to, just because you need to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's completely unnecessary. Oh my god. Oh man. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of them.
There is so many. Oh man.
Like I had some good ones on my list, dude. I never even dug down. I had like cheeking a walleye was on my list, dude.
That is satisfying. When you're like, it's big enough, you get the cheeks, and you're like, I know.
I know it's been calculated, yeah.
Ooh, or like zipping a walleye fillet. That's also really satisfying when you just.
Oh
Yeah.
that is nice.
Like when you show someone that too, that's never seen that. Like, no way. You're like, oh yeah, dude, don't eat.
Oh
that.
yeah.
2 parts. Oh man.
Oh boys. All right. I think we done good here tonight, fellas. Anything else
Yeah.
you want to get into?
Nothing other than
All I
I
can
hope-
say is may the best man win on this fantasy round, dude. It's getting down to the nitty freaking gritty of this deal.
fantasy is tight. I want to say a huge shout out to anybody who weighed in on that poll on Instagram or had those creative ideas. If you guys have any creative ideas for the pod or punishments or anything, message us. You guys are freaking creative as hell. And they're funny, dude. They're funny.
We love the DMs, dude. We get
Yeah.
tons of them, and we read every single one of them, and
Yeah.
we screenshot them and send them to each other. Like, we love that so much. So continue to do that. If you come across any articles or just you're hanging out with your buddies and you come up with some crazy idea, send it to us. We'd love to see it. We definitely will share it, at least amongst ourselves, if
Yeah.
not on here. So. But I guess until next time, this has been another episode of Pass the Barb. We hope you continue to come back, and someone will be fishing a bass tournament with Snoopy poles in the near future. So stick around for more episodes of Pass the Barb, and we'll catch you on the next one.